everyone, Happy New Year. I'm excited to be back on the channel and sharing videos with you. In today's video, I thought it would be fun for us to plan 2022 together. So I'm gonna walk you through the process that I follow specifically for online business owners so that you can implement this process as well and get total clarity on your plans for 2022. If you are new here, welcome. My name's Louise. Here on this channel, I share my best tips and tricks for building an online business. So if that is something you are doing, definitely hit subscribe down below. So the first step is to reflect on the year that just passed. So you want to ask yourself things like what went well, what didn't, and what were some of the biggest highlights of your year. Now, let's be clear. We are living through a very challenging time right now. So if you are feeling burnt out, if you're feeling discouraged, if your energy is low, I want you to know that that is completely normal. Most online business owners that I've spoken to have been feeling that way. That is normal and justified. But with this channel, I hope to bring some positivity and inspiration to your life. So I'm going to be coming at it from quite an optimistic and energetic angle. And I only got to this point after sleeping for a week straight. So let's say you're looking back at 2021 right now and you're not even sure like what even happened. One of my best tips for you is to grab your phone and go through your camera roll. Scroll through all your memories and guaranteed you are going to see some really good moments from this last year as well. Okay, so I reflected on this year. There were a ton of lessons that I learned, which I'm really grateful for. And there were a lot of good moments that I was reminded of once I went through my camera roll. So the next step is to set your intention for the year. And I like to do this by picking one word of the year, which I'm sure you've seen lots of other people do as well. But I really love it because it's just one thing that you can remind yourself of as the year progresses, and it can bring you back to center and really where you want to go. So my word that I chose is simplicity. I think this is really at the core of everything that I do and everything that I teach here on this channel, which is really helping you create a simple, efficient online business that really supports you and your life and your biggest dreams that you want to achieve. So I want to go even deeper on this for my own business, make it so that it is such like a well-run machine. And therefore, it's going to be less stressful, it's going to be more profitable, all of the good things. So I'll be focusing on that in my own business and then of course sharing tons of videos here on how you can achieve that as well. So that is my word of the year. I would love to hear what yours is, so please share it with me in the comments below. The next step is to set your goals. Now, before we break this down into our annual goals and quarterly goals, which we are definitely going to do, I think it's really important to know where you ultimately want your business and life to go. So the bigger picture vision, let's say 5-10 years from now, maybe even more if you know more than that. But really, this is going to help us like set the direction that we are headed. And then we can break it down to this immediate year. So this is super fun to do. Allow yourself to dream big, especially because we're giving ourselves tons of time. Okay, so once you have that clarity there, which is kind of like our North Star of where we are headed, then we can break it down into the year ahead of us. So setting our annual goals. And remember, goals are there to help you. They are there to keep you on track in creating this business and life that you want to create. Okay, so it's really not meant to be something that is going to stress you out or that is going to make you feel like a failure. It is something that is supposed to help and support you. So with that in mind, I would recommend you set goals that inspire you, that stretch you for sure, but that also still feel doable. So I started by setting goals that I could actually measure. So things like revenue and things like the number of YouTube subscribers that I would like to achieve. But then under each goal, I actually used the good, better, best system. This is great because it gives you a range of options for the goals that you want to hit. So I set those goals, but then I also set goals for the number of hours that I want to work, how I could increase enjoyment at work, what I wanted to learn this year. So what courses and trainings would I need to take in order to improve in certain areas. I also thought about stress levels and what I could do about that, and then set some personal goals as well. Okay, so yeah, this is a lot of goals. So the next step is to brainstorm a list of projects that you think will help you achieve these goals. So really, again, just keep this in your Google Doc and you can just brainstorm anything that you think could help. After this, I refine this list and prioritize, specifically looking at capacity that we have as a team and any existing obligations from 2021 that have run into this year. So this could be any clients that you have, any group coaching programs that you're running. You want to be very clear about the existing obligations that you have so that you can really plan accordingly. All right, so I looked at my list and then I was like, okay, these are the projects that I can actually commit to doing this year. And then I prioritize for quarter one. So quarter one is the only quarter that I will actually plan out in detail. Of all the other quarters, I will have a rough plan of, big events, things like launches. But other than that, I'm going to wait. And at the beginning of the next quarter, I will do this full planning session again. Now, I am a huge fan of using a digital planning system. If there's one thing that I think you could do this year that would totally change your business and life, it's to going online and using something like a digital project management system. So things like Asana, ClickUp, Notion, any one of those that will allow you to plan out your year in detail online. Personally, I use and love Asana, so this is where I now move my planning over to Asana. So I have something called a big goals template, which I created. And what this allows me to do is take those annual goals that we set and then break down the numbers so I can see exactly what that looks like on a quarterly and monthly basis, and sometimes even weekly and daily. So for example, for YouTube subscribers, I would love to hit 200,000 subscribers this year. So then I want to break this down and see what that goal looks like on a quarterly basis and a monthly basis. This makes it so much easier for you to achieve your goals because you know exactly what you need to do on the monthly level rather than looking at it so large as the annual. So everything for me gets mapped out in this big goals template. I would recommend that you do something similar, breaking down every single one of those annual goals into what that looks like quarterly, monthly, and you might even want to do weekly or daily as well. Tracking your goals like this is going to be a game changer because it allows you to readjust when necessary rather than getting to the end of the year and being like, oh damn, I should have changed strategies or something. Instead, you're tackling this on a much more frequent basis. Okay, so now for the super fun part. You're gonna take those projects that you have determined are going to be your focus for quarter one and then break those down into small actionable steps. You're going to create to-do lists and actually add dates to your calendar. This is honestly one of my biggest secrets to getting things done is to simply mapping it out. This is going to give you so much clarity and you're going to know exactly what needs to be done and by when in order to check that project off. So that was the final planning step. Now it's just about getting to work. So I hope that you found seeing this process helpful. Let me know if you have any questions at all in the comments down below. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to hit subscribe if you haven't yet, and I'll see you real soon with another video. I am wishing you an incredible, healthy, and abundant 2022.